It's the new year, and if you are like the estimated 164 million adults in this country, you might be a person who started this year with hopes that anything can happen in this year. Maybe you made a resolution to eat healthier foods or exercise more or start a new daily habit in 2022. New year, new life, right? But what about those of us who don't really like new things? Because let's admit it, sometimes the new can be really stressful. If you like change, if you're an adaptable person who can really just go with the flow, if you're a person who maybe likes adventure and excitement of change, then you probably like new things. But then there are those of us who struggle with change. And for us, doing something new, trying something new, maybe even seeking out something new, that can be stressful. My birthday was last month, and a week before my birthday, my husband Hans came to me and said, "I have a surprise planned for your birthday, so clear your calendar for a day." Now, this was brave of Hans because he knows I don't really like surprises. In fact, I tried to get it out of him. I said, "So, is this a place we're traveling to, or is it in town? Did you figure out what to do with the kids, or do we need to figure out something for them? Did you plan for me to go somewhere where we're going to see other people, or is it just us?" And he paused. He kindly rolled his eyes, and he said, "You know, dear, the nature of a surprise is that you don't know what's going to happen because you're surprised about it." And it does drive me crazy. I desperately want to like new things, but it stresses me out. In the Gospel of Mark, chapter 2, Jesus is teaching and he's performing miracles, and it's surprising to all these people that he encounters. He enters the town of Capernaum and he heals a man who's paralyzed. He calls Levi, the tax collector, to follow him, and then he eats with these other tax collectors, with sinners, the Bible says. Why would anybody do that? People start to wonder. And then others start to actually ask Jesus, "Why aren't your disciples, your followers, why aren't they fasting?" It was customary for people like Pharisees and other people during this time, leaders in the synagogues, to fast. It was a visible part of their leadership. And Jesus and his followers did not follow this practice. And so when people question Jesus about this, he starts to explain and distinguish between the old ways and the new ways, the law-based, rule-following ways, and the new ways of doing things in the kingdom that he was proclaiming. And Jesus says in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 2, "No one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment. Otherwise, the new piece will pull away from the old, making the tear worse." He continues, "No one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the wine will burst the skins, and both the wine and the wineskins will be ruined. No, they pour the new wine into new wineskins." See, with wine, in order to make more wine, there is this scientific process that happens. The grapes need to ferment in order for it to taste good. And when new wine ferments, it releases gas, it expands, and in these ancient ways of making wine, it had to be new wineskin, which is stretchy, it's more pliable. It could handle the expansion that happens from this process of fermenting. Sure, there may be old wineskins sitting around. They're easier to access. But this new wine in the old wineskin, it would burst. Then everything would be ruined. The wine and the wineskin. What if Jesus was saying then, as maybe he's saying to us now, "I want you to have new, fresh experiences with God. A relationship with God is more than just following rules and attempting to do the right things. It's fresher than that. It's wider than that. It reaches into those moments when you're hurting and you're lost and says, even now, God is with you." And if God is open to those second brand new chances with us, then maybe it's helpful for us to also be open to a new mindset with God. If I'm stuck in my old ways just for the sake of comfort, and trust me, I like comfort, then I may never experience fully that newness that God has in store for me. So my birthday surprise from Hans turned out to be a wonderful time away. We got out of Alexandria, away from familiar places and people, just for a day. and nothing imploded. Everyone here was just fine. Everything was wonderful without us here. And we laughed together when we were away, when we remembered that it's important for us to pour into our marriage. It's important for me to be surprised now and then, even though the predictable feels so much safer. So as you step into this new season of 2022, are you ready for something new? Something that, even if it seems stressful, like a surprise, might actually transform you. Maybe it's a new mindset that God is with you through those stresses, because remaining stretchy, like that wineskin, might even help you grow. Happy New Year, and thanks for watching The Daily Dose. We'd love for you to subscribe on YouTube, watch on Facebook, and share it with a friend. Thanks so much for tuning in.